Hey everybody, welcome back to Reselling History. This is Scott, and today I have a really cool video for you guys. I actually went to a thrift shop today. It was kind of like an impromptu visit, and they had a few jars full of jewelry, kind of like, I don't know what you call it, grab bags of just random jewelry. And there was one for $39, $59, and $69, and I bought the cheapest one, $39. But nonetheless, let's get into it. Let's see if we can find any vintage jewelry, any sterling silver, and any gold. Okay, everybody, so here's the jar. Once again, paid $39 for it. Let's get it open and see if we can find anything somewhat valuable so we can make a profit. All right, so far a lot of costume jewelry, and it doesn't mean it's totally worthless. There's a lot of vintage costume jewelry that can be worth some good money. So you want to look for the older pieces, the pieces that are signed, and any pieces that are, say, made in Germany, made in Czechoslovakia, European countries. They can be worth more money. So I'm not seeing, this looks pretty modern, but this is a nice necklace right here. Not worth a whole lot. All right, so always double check these gold earrings. You got to look everywhere to see if there's any gold marks, like a 14 karat mark. And this one is not gold, but it is, I think it's Napier, and that is a costume jewelry maker. So we'll set this one aside, see if we can find the pair to that. Nothing really great so far, honestly. Most of the stuff, some of it's not even really costume. It's just like crafting jewelry that doesn't really have any purpose. But nevertheless, there are people who like to buy this stuff to repurpose it. It's a nice little brooch right here. Any names on here? No, I'm not seeing any names, but it's a nice little brooch. I guess I'll set that aside. Here's a nice little cameo piece. It's not really that old though. I'm not entirely sure what this is. Yeah, not too much value there. Always check your watch bands. You never know, you could find a Rolex watch band and be worth a few $1,000s. And this is a Casio watch. Pretty nice looking watch, right? Casio quartz, water resistant. It's a pink woman's watch. Sure, with a new battery this would get working. It's not a bad looking watch. We'll set that aside. So this was all the gold chain right here, and unfortunately none of this is real gold. That would be amazing if it was. You'd be looking at probably maybe $1,000 worth. A whole lot of it, just costume gold chains. Okay, we're about halfway through the jar now, and it's been pretty underwhelming to say the least. Got this pretty strange looking black rose brooch made by a company called Jean. I'll have to do some research on this just to make sure it's nothing too valuable. It doesn't sound like a name brand though, but we'll still set this aside. Okay, we found our first truly vintage piece here. This is a old clip-on earring made by a company called Weiss, and this is, I think it's a German company. I've seen them before. It has all the rhinestones. Hopefully the other pair is in here, and that'll be a nice complete set. Okay, coming up to an end here, I pulled out some other pretty nice vintage pieces that I'll show you guys here in the end. Just gonna double check and make sure there's nothing else I missed. Okay everybody, I'm done sorting through everything, and I got some pretty unique pieces to show you after these as well. So this is all of like the vintage costume jewelry that I could find. This is like the stuff that was probably worth setting aside, and it doesn't have a whole lot of value to it, but most of this is from like the 1950s to 1970s, 80s era. This watch is a little more modern, but this is a really nice women's Casio watch. That's probably, with a battery, probably a nice $20 watch. I really liked this matching pair of earrings and brooch. It's kind of like a carved black rose, and it's made by Jean, and I looked that up, and this is actually probably from the 1960s era, and it's really cool that it has the earrings. This is probably a $30 set as it is. And then you have some other nice little brooches like this I Love Cats brooch. We have some other vintage ones, a little butterfly. We have, I thought this was a sterling ring at first. It's Avon, but it's actually not marked sterling. They usually are, this type of ring. We have this little vintage pin. You know, nothing crazy value here, but then you start going to the left here, and the value does increase a little bit because these are some nice vintage rhinestone earrings. So they're kind of like dangle earrings, and this is probably the nicer one out of these three because you can kind of tell it has a little better quality sparkle to it, and they're actually a little bit older because on the back, inside the clip right here, it says what I think it reads is patent pending. So this is probably like a 1950s era, maybe even a little bit late 40s era set of earrings. So those are really nice. These are a little newer, probably 60s. And this is probably one of my favorite pins that I found because, you know, I'm a big military history guy, and I don't think this is quite from World War II era, probably like the 1950s or 60s, but a nice little patriotic pin for sure. And then you have a couple more vintage, kind of cheaper clip-on earrings, nothing too crazy. Another brooch, costume ring. But right here you have these made by Weiss, and this is German. I think it's German, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are really nice clip-on earrings. In fact, the earring itself, it kind of looks like sterling silver, but it's not marked. It's kind of tarnished up a bit. But I did look these up, and the ones that I could find that match it almost identical, people are asking around $50 or $60 for the pair. Now, the ones I saw online were about from the 1960s. I think these are a little bit older because the stamp is on the earring itself and not on the clip like the other ones I saw. So these might be like the 1940s or 50s. It's really pretty rhinestones, very sparkly. Somebody will probably like those. I'd say they probably pay about $40 for it, but I'll probably sell these separately, and the rest, everything, I'll probably lot up together, and I think I should be able to make my $39 back just on this alone. But I have a surprise that I found towards the end of the hunt. And here it is. It doesn't really look super spectacular, but this is real 14 karat gold. And the way I know that is this little pendant, and this is a really tiny pendant. On the back, it's marked 14 karat. And it's really easy to the naked eye to miss. So whoever sorted through these didn't notice that. And I did find one matching earring to go with it. Unfortunately, I could not find the other earring. I might have to check through the jewelry again because it'd be awesome if the matching earring is in there. But yeah, this should also be, it's not marked 14 karat, but this is probably 14 karat as well. Usually the little studs are what's marked 14 karat on these old earrings. But very cool. It looks like maybe onyx stone of some sort, obsidian. Not a lot of gold here, probably about a gram or two, but Actually, probably less because of the stones. But it's always a good day when you find real gold, because gold's value is really skyrocketed right now. And a lot of people are just buying up any type of gold they can. So I put the value on these a conservative, maybe a $20–25 melt value. But I think if I sell this pendant just as a pendant and not as scrap gold, I could probably get a little bit more for it. So very cool find. I'm not making a killing on the $39, but I may be able to double my money when it's all said and done. In the end, I'm very satisfied with these finds. There's some vintage jewelry, there's some solid gold. So I think I did really well. And if you guys ever see an opportunity like this at a thrift shop, go ahead and make a purchase, because it's really fun to sort through and you never know what you're going to find. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that treasure hunt. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Just a little teaser that in the near future, I'm going to be releasing, I actually have a nice little collection of World War II German militaria that's coming in the mail. And once I get it, I want to share that with you guys. Some really fascinating stuff. So please subscribe so you can be notified when I release that video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. Peace.